Every failure is an experience, and every experience is a learning for me. So that's how I start every day. Exactly 16 years ago, I was standing in a similar stage like this in my school assembly. I was talking about Mahatma Gandhi on a school assembly. Everyone starting it laughing at me. And I wondered and I felt ashamed. So why everyone started laughing at me? So I realized, and my hands are like shivering while I was talking on a stage. So that moment on the stage, I decided to myself, I need to learn and improve on my stage skills. And I started to work on that. From since childhood, I started to give an elocution or anchoring lot of programs. So slowly it turned from a fear to a passion, then to a profession. So today I've been to more than 1,000 colleges, 18 states in the country, and more than 3 countries to deliver speeches. So, and finally I'm here at my hometown. Thank you. So, going back to my childhood, so I'm like, that's the age I want to find out where my passion is at. I try to explore each and every possibility. We have a lot of fascinating dreams. One day I dreamt to be a dancer. I watched a lot of movies since childhood. I dreamt to be a dancer. So then I decided to go back to my school and join my dancing team. So first day I went to the team and I asked them, this is my passion, I want to dance. So they gave an as opportunity and I standard, they gave me as a hero position, stand in front of there. So after 2 minutes, so they did I'm not doing good. So they push it back to me on last line. Then next 2 minutes I'm out of the troupe. So that's why I realized that's not my cup of coffee. Then slowly again I was watching a lot of cricket. Then I thought I want to be a cricketer. Then again the same thing. I went to my school senior cricket team. Bro, I want to do this. I want to play for the team. So looking at my things, so passion again, they give me an opportunity. So the opportunity comes in this way, like it's like last over thriller, and I'm not like Dhoni, so I didn't made a sixer of last ball. So again I was thrown out of the team and never got into opportunity to get into a cricket team. So that started, understanding where my passion is at. So since childhood, we all know, like every teacher comes to your class, asks you what you want to be. So I used to say I want to be a cardiologist, I want to be a doctor. So that's a one side always has to be there, one side, because I'm looking at this thing. So I said I want to be a cardiologist. Every teacher comes and asks you. So that went good till 10th class. I was doing good at academics except one subject, that is mathematics, right? So okay, that's fine. I worked hard and I cleared 10th with very, very good marks, and this passion of becoming a doctor is always there. So once you're done of 10th, now everyone in your society will be more interested on you, especially more than you, right? So you're more than you, everyone is like so interested on your profile. So what happened, I wanted to be a doctor. The circumstances moved me to take a stream of mathematics, MPC, in intermediate. So can you go to the next slide, yeah? So what happened, so everything, my story was round up with the passion, yeah? So that moves to intermediate, comes into MPC. I know that's the only thing I shit scared of, mathematics. So eventually I scored very, very, very bad on my class 12. And also after that there's no other option for MPC student. You just go and do engineering, right? So for that you need to write an engineering entrance test that's called MSET year. So what happened, I successfully scored a mobile number rank. So it's very big one. So I couldn't able to get a seat everywhere where I dreamed of. So I got to local engineering college, Type 2 engineering college in Warangal, because I'm a local boy here. So born and brought up here. So very first day now engineering, my dad dropped me at the college. So on his LML, and talking to me and saying this, and Sai, I'm a like sales medical representative from last 30 years. This is what I'm trying to do. We want to craft your future for better. Find out your passion and do what you want to do now, and be a great person. So I told my father that particular day, I'll make you proud one day. And that moment on the bike, I decided myself, I need to be something, just not about academics. I need to do a lot of other things. So since joining an engineering college very first day, at a Type 2 college, it's not an IIT or an NIT, but a small college. How do you put out yourself among others? That's the first challenge which I got into be. So I decided I want to be stay unique as much as possible, continuing my academics. So all going good. I clear 1 year done. So first year, like down the 3 months, became a Mr. College, not because of my personality, but things I do in the campus got me that unique identity. So soon after first year, the exams are done and the results are out, and this happened. Next slide. As expected, I cleared everything, but not this subject. So next slide. In engineering, it's not just a subject, it's an emotion for every engineering student. So when I'm writing a supply for the next time, this exam, this mathematics changed my life. I'll tell you how. So this mathematics M1 changed my life when I'm writing a next supply exam. So every engineering students know that, for this exam, the next supply exam, I bought one of my friend, Sandeep. So me and he started to do a combined studies. So every engineering student know that a combined study never happens. Everything gonna happen except a study. So we decided there's a good movie release. We went to a movie, and then we said we'll have a tea and we start studying. So then again from movie we went to have a cup of tea at at KUC Cross, a very famous Bharat Cave at that particular time. And during that just 15 minutes of journey on a bike, again that bike journey changed my life. So what happened at that particular bike? So I was talking to him, dude, how it could be like something, a better teacher can teach you in a better way. So that strike our mind. Why not only a teacher? Why not any student can teach us at that particular time or that particular subject? So we thought, that moment, let's create a student magazine. Let's create a student magazine where everyone can share their views and thoughts on a single platform, each and every student, and let's connect the colleges and faculties around your society. So that's where we decided to got our first student magazine. So on that particular night, we designed a startup. We never know that is a startup actually. So we designed a business plan that particular night, and somehow I cleared the exam as well. And soon after, down the line, 6 months later, 2010 September, so we released our first city student magazine called as Student Freakers. So it's been so hard for 6 months. We moved to each and every shop, each and every vendor out of this Tri-City, and we knocked each and every door, and we raised almost like 70,000 rupees sponsorships, and we able to successfully got 25,000 magazines copies delivered, and we've been into market successfully. So after a lot of struggles for next 6 months, we collected a lot of many funds, and we able to distribute a lot of magazines for students, and where they can share their college fest and whatever the article they may be, so they can do anything. So we loved the idea, everyone started loving it, but 6 months down the line we realized something is going to happen. So what is happening at this particular level? So the market is very, very limited. So where we understand something called location constraint. When your business, there's something called location constraint playing a role. So there's the location constraint playing into role, and there's no sponsor in the city. Everyone is dried up, and we can't move it because we are at our final year, third year. You know how engineering college works. You don't get an attendance. That's how we ended up closing this magazine at that particular time. Next slide. So doing all this, I still kept continuing doing a lot of activities and exploring myself. And this one event, I found something called a IIT Delhi event on my internet. So one day I was searching for on social media. I just found some article or some photo about an event in IIT Delhi, and the constraint was that's only for Delhi students. So I liked so much, that's the event about entrepreneurship, but I want to learn, I want to explore, I want to go to Delhi, but that's only for dedicatedly to Delhi students. So what I decided, so while I filling the form, I used some jugaad over there. So there's a university in Delhi called as JNU. So here I'm from JNTU Hyderabad. So there's a JNU. So I kept something like JNU. So I've been to there. So luckily I got an option to go to Delhi now. So it's like solo travel, trip adventure. So I've been all alone to Delhi 1 week. So now I'm exploring there. So first day when I've been there, and everyone started to introduce themselves. So I said, I'm Sai Kiran, I'm from Warangal, Hyderabad. So everyone looking behind me like, that's the guy who came from Mars like an alien. So that impressed everyone. That impressed everyone, from the organizers to the speakers to the students. So everyone started to talk about me, what is looking at a passion, guy from traveled all the 800 kilometers all the way to do for this particular event. So I created good impact there. So that event again helped me to this particular level at when I'm doing right now, which is a startup in 2016. So the co-founders of the organizers of the event introduced me to some Silicon Valley startups, and I helped them, the Silicon Valley startup, to launch it in India. So these are the connects which helps you to do in some point of time in the life. So that I realize is networking plays a bigger role. So keeping this again, just backslide, back, yeah. So keeping this again, I want to bring a lot of activities happen in and around the city as well. So we built a lot of tech communities, especially like Mozilla clubs and Microsoft clubs in campuses across the city, Warangal, and we kept doing a lot of activities and events happening around the city. So meanwhile also participated in a lot of ambassador programs to learn so much from the bigger companies. So next slide. So what happened this during these tech communities, so I got a lot of benefit. So one, I able to make a lot of like-minded friends, which similarly think like you. So I can knock any point of time in the door, like, and you can ask for help. That kind of friends I got into this kind of events. And luckily, the co-founder, I made my co-founder the same name with the Sai Kiran and Sai Kiran. That's how we, right now we are working together as a team. So you never know wherever people you meet. So that's one opportunity. I met my co-founder in similar kind of events in 2011 in the same city. And I got a great mentors, the mentors helping me right now, or I made connections right back in 2010. So these are the things which I try to doing in my student life. Next slide. So luckily, all these activities, all these things helped me to crack an interview and internship at Microsoft. So the Microsoft internship is all about I need to evangelize Microsoft in retails. So if you ever went to Reliance or Chroma Electronics, a retail shop, there's a guy who tries to explain your laptop, right? So I'm the guy who need to take care of the Windows and the Windows platforms like operating system, Office, and productivity tools and hardware tools. So I need to go into retail store and talk to people. That's what my role is to be. So for the 6 months, I was placed at InOrbit. You can imagine how crowded InOrbit Hyderabad is. So Reliance InOrbit was one of my favorite place. So that's me standing at my kiosk at Microsoft kiosk. Now this place made me to learn so many things. You able to meet different kind of customers each and every day. Customers varies from people come and ask you only for pink laptop, nothing. They're not bothered for anything. They're just only worried about the pink color. There are few customers who come and ask you for so many questions just for a small a laptop or a small mobile phone. They ask you too many questions. You see different kind of customers floating out there, and and it's so hard to sell MS Office. We never buy an MS Office in reality. So, but I able to sell a lot of Microsoft Office along with the laptop, and I was top seller in India, being that particular age. So I was looking at this stage. Microsoft featured me in a lot of their newsletters and magazines across the worldwide. So got a lot of appreciations at that particular stage. So this program, everything what I do, one habit I have, like update everything on my social media so that people can at least inspire or follow. So looking at social media, luckily I got a connection. A guy called Mrutyunjay called me one day. Sai, I've been following on you on your social media. I like your activities. So let's meet up. So okay, I thought like it's okay. We catched up at one of the restaurant at Hyderabad. So straight away he offered me a job. Okay, straight away he offered me. There's no interview. There's no resume in my life. So then straight away he offered me a job, which I can't say no. The job is all about 3T. It's something like teaching, traveling, and technology, which I was like loving to the core at that particular time. So I joined that company as a R&D engineer. So once looking at my performance, after 6 months, I've been promoted as a program manager there. So I need to, so during that time, I need to managing like 30 people of the team, and I used to travel so much. Excellent. So I used to travel so much. So being as a program manager, I traveled to a lot of states to teach a lot of evangelism across the campuses. So now every time I travel, there's one thing I need to take it, something like a cab. So what happened is, this has been a greater problem for me. Now one day my boss called me while I'm watching a good cricket match in the evening, late evening, a T20 is happening, and my boss called me, Sai, come back to Hyderabad, there's an emergency. So in the midnight, I couldn't find a bus in Warangal. I couldn't find a train, and all that I know that I need to take a cab and go very urgent. So I knocked each and every tours and travel agency in Warangal and Anamkonda, who will just moved to each and every place there. So, but I couldn't get a cab for a long time. So after a great effort, I got a cab and just moved to Hyderabad. So that's where I solved a great problem, in Tier 2 cities, getting a cab, how difficult it is. So during this travel, again, I also got a problem like every time you travel from your, let's say SREC is outside of the city. Now every time I go to each and any college, it's always outside of the city. Now you landed in an unknown city like Chandigarh or Chennai, so there's always a concern you can't call a Justdial or a local travel agency and bargain with him. So I thought like why not a platform like a Redbus or a Make My Trip where you can just search, compare and book. So that's where the idea got into my mind, and I started my company in 2015. I quit the job. Next slide. So I quit the job and started my own company in 2015. So 6 months down the line, struggled a lot to form a team and make a draft of it. So after that, my co-founder joined me, and we built a good product or a beta product, and we made a lot of validation with the customers, and then we built a full version of the product in 2016 January. The beauty of this is this thing. One day I was traveling again in Bangalore. I was sitting in a shared cab, and I saw a guy using our application, and that moment I think I felt like I'm achieved something really great. So there's unknown person who is using your app, that gives a lot of satisfaction. On the similar hand, a vendor who is doing a regular business and who joined your platform and started to telling is, I earned like 50,000 in just 1 month from your platform. It gives immense pleasure talking to your proper vendor. A uneducated vendor talks to you in that particular way, really motivated us, and we started to keep moving in this product very well. So during this product, so we tried to explore the other markets, international markets. I've been to travel to a lot of good stages and met a really great people like Satya Nadella and Mark Zuckerberg. I was officially invited. I was their corner there, so to Facebook, and I never stopped learning. So learning was one of the key thing which makes you better each and every day. So recently I've been called for my MIT entrepreneurship program as well. So out of world's top 60 people, I was there. So that's what my journey has been. So all I did want to say is explore, learn, build and innovate. Thank you.